Hello, happy Saturday, everybody. Oh, if that doesn't bring you joy, I don't know what will. I hope everybody had a fabulous end to your week and your weekend has started out wonderfully. We are super excited because we get to turn our clocks back tonight, so fall back. We get an extra hour of sleep. Maybe. I don't know, we always end up staying up extra late, but I will say, I will be so happy to not be waking up at dark 100. Now, it will still be early. We wake up around 6, but it won't be so dark. I feel like I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, super excited about that. I know my friends in the UK, y'all changed your clocks last week. I Skype with a friend who I've known for over 20 years. We met. I was a nanny, and she was here in the States as an au pair, and we had to maneuver our timing for Skype this week because we had not changed our clocks yet and she had. So all you in the UK, you got your bonus hour last week. So anyway, came on for a few reasons. First of all, I want to show you Saffron and Sapphira. Look how sweet. They are wearing these lovely little outfits that were gifted to them by Amanda. Hi, Amanda, over at Little Reborn Princess. She sent me a lovely box of love mail, but I opened it with her, which is why you're not seeing a box opening, but I had to show you these two. Saffron, I've looked at these little hospital hats to use as photo props, and I've just never gotten around to getting them, so look how sweet. Saffron's wearing a white one. And then on the rim, there's a big white bow with a pink satin ribbon in the center. And then her jammy is all pink, and it's the one with, her legs are tucked in the feet and everything. But it's so detailed. It has these little pleat down at the feet, and then on the front there are little embroidered tulips scattered about in a little bit of a the same color pink, but the edging is a darker pink, and then little green stamen and leaves and stems, and then the collar's like a Peter Pan collar with a scallop. All that's in pink, but even that's got like a rickrack, I should say. But even like around the wrist, there's that little pink rickrack. And then Sapphira is wearing a hospital hat also. It's the pink and white stripe one, and then the bow is also pink and white stripe with the pink satin down the center. But she's in a gown, and it is white, and then it has pink flowers all over it with little tiny, I think that's a brown dot. And then up on her chest there is a little felt pink heart that's embroidered with white thread, and they look so sweet. Remember, they weren't dressed quite as snuggly as everyone else because they were in their little birdie outfits, which were also, one of them was from Amanda and one Katie. So thank you, ladies. But now they're in something a little bit warmer now that it's getting cold. Although we were sunny yesterday. Was it? No. Was it yesterday we had sun? I think it was yesterday. It was sunny and in the 40s or something. So, but we're supposed to be in the 60s by tomorrow, so we'll see. Of course, Malachi's still chilling in his... He doesn't have anything super warm on. And another outfit that Amanda sent for King Atticus, and now he's cozy because y'all remember he was in a little bubble romper. So he still has on his hat and booties from Auntie Nicole, but Auntie Amanda sent this little knit set, and the pants are gray. I don't want to say that's white. They're kind of a off-white, but gray and off-white striped knit pants, and then the sweater, it's a button-down sweater all in gray, and on the hood there's these little ears. Look how sweet. Doesn't he look adorable? And then she sent some books, and that was one of them. Bijonier's hanging on to it. She was reading it to Mama's little monkey. Bijonier's my little book reader. She got a whole stash there. Most of those are from Auntie Virginia. I think all of them, actually. She's my little book girl. And then I went to put pants on Miss Cammie, and she just kind of rolled and got snuggly in, so I just left her all snuggly buggly. She's so cozy in this weather. And then Maisie has taken a love to little twin Levi. She is letting him rest in her lap. She's his little nanny, I guess. Look how sweet that is. I had to snap a picture. And then over here, of course, these two are snuggling up and keeping cozy together. Miss Anastasia, she wanted to wave to her mommy. And Nikki girl, she's going to wave to her mommy. And then there's Zipporah over there all cozy. But I wanted to also show you another thing Amanda sent that brought me great joy. I mean, everything did, but look at this, what she found. Y'all know I love the Ritter Sport Bar. My favorite one is the cornflake one, but she found one with honey. It's not honeycomb, because I did read the ingredients. Where was it? Oh, I should have looked again. There was a description on here somewhere of what it is, but it's like, okay, not in the ingredients. I read somewhere where it explained what it was, but basically it's like pieces of kind of like cookie with honey. So kind of along the lines of the honeycomb, the crispy, which she sent me. I'm sorry, crispy, crunchy bar, which she sent me a few of those too. So I'm well stocked in crunchies. I'm overjoyed. I love my I have to ration them, ladies. And I'm very good at taking my time and eating them on occasion. But this we're going to break into this evening, I think. I wanted to the other night, but I'm like, oh, I have to show it before it's been, you know, all messed up, the packaging. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? So that I'm really excited about. And then we rented a couple movies because my husband did just run to work for a few minutes. He had to check on something. But last night we watched 6 Days. Kind of intense movie. It's based on a true story of the when the Iranian embassy was overtaken in London in 1980. But it's a pretty good movie. But then today we watched The Book of Henry. I knew nothing about this movie. I just read the little blurb on the red box. I like to, at home, I read the things and then I put them and I just have to go pick them up. I don't go to the box and stand there and read, but I read the little blurb about it. I thought that sounded interesting. And oh my word, such a good movie, but have tissue. I did not know where that movie was going. But it is a really, really good movie. I can recommend Book of Henry for adults, but it's such a good movie. Anyway, I want to take y'all upstairs for a minute and show you something because my Christmas cactus is blooming. And if y'all remember, I've had this Christmas cactus. I'm going to cover y'all so you don't have to get all crazy dizzy going up the stairs. But I had this Christmas cactus for many, many years. And back when I lived in Chicago, it used to bloom pink. And then when I moved to Ohio, and it always bloomed in July and December. And then when I moved to Ohio, it still bloomed in July and December, but it bloomed pink and white, not just pink. It used to be a whole pink plant. And then when we moved to Texas, she started blooming in June and November and only bloomed in white. And now we're here and she is blooming in November and June still. But look over here, I have to show you. There's one pink one. Talk about a joy bubble. You know, it's just amazing to me how this plant has been moved to different states. And, you know, of course, a couple times we moved in the winter. And so these plants cannot, I have a whole table. I'll step back. I love plants. The plants cannot, and they're kind of, you know, all over. Plants cannot go on the moving truck. So when we move in the winter, I will put them like in boxes where I have blankets wrapped around them. And then if, like when we moved here, it took me 2 days. I had to drive part way, spend the night in a hotel, and same thing when we went from Ohio to Texas. So I would take the plants in the hotel with me because I don't want them to die. And she has buds all over coming. This side, this side was originally facing the window, and I turned her the other day so that this side can start getting her buds. And she's starting to get some over here, so I'm happy about that. But she'll just be covered in flowers. And, you know, it's just amazing to me how, you know, even like myself, moving and adapting to a new place, even plants do that. And how, I mean, even some of these are starting to tinge a little pink, which is so fascinating to me because, like I said, when I first got this plant, all of her flowers were pink. Back when I lived in Chicago. This one's actually kind of been orangey pink. They used to be more of a soft, there's not one on here for me to show you. This is actually a tad darker than they used to be. So I'm finding this fascinating this year. So if you can see these tiny little buds coming up, that one's a little bigger. So I'm curious to see. I mean, even the ones right next to her and above look white. So I'm hoping I get a couple more. But even if I get one, you know what? That's my solo happy pink. I'm happy about that. But anyway, all these are here starting to open up. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And, you know, I just love plant life. It's so beautiful. And then this little guy here, I got him when my uncle passed away. We went to Florida for his funeral, and I picked this up in memory of him and renamed it. He has a name. I have two plants with names. This is one of them. It's named for my uncle. And he wasn't doing good for a while. I had him in the original pot, and then I moved him up to a little tinier, you know, a little bit bigger pot when he was growing. And if y'all remember my vivarium, that I was unable to move, unfortunately. But my friend Tracy has it. Hey, Tracy. But this, I had put this in the vivarium, and he did really well in there. So I was a little concerned. I did take him out because this is, you know, my uncle memory plant. I had to have it. But I have put him in this little box, which I used to have. I believe they're called a money tree, which I'll show you that in a minute. If y'all saw it in Texas, it was, you know, they're stunted by being in these little boxes. But you can see he used to always have two stems, and then see how this one's dying, and then when one would be dying, one would be coming. But now we've got 3 healthy and 1 dying, but here comes a 4th one. So he's doing really well since I've transplanted him in here. And then this one here is named for my brother. This was the one in Texas that climbed up my whole kitchen wall. It's kind of, I had to cut it really, really back far when I moved. So it has done really well here. But my brother had gifted my mom this plant. It's very interesting. If you see holes in the leaves, there's nothing wrong with it. That's how the leaves grow. They first come in, let me find one, like this. And then as time goes on, they get like this lace effect. That's just what they're called. And so this is named after my brother because I took a small little, a starter from my mom's plant that my brother gifted her. And then my friend Tracy had given me, I want to show so she can see that aloe vera plant in Texas. And it's doing very, very well. I love having this because if I get a burn or something, I can snap one off. And this is full of healthy, pure aloe. I recommend everybody have an aloe plant in their house because they're so fabulous medicinally. And then these are all clippings from my vivarium that I transplanted, and they've done very well. These were all little tiny starters that, you know, I put in water to get roots. And then, so I have my vivarium here in a way. And whenever I go see Tracy, I do get to see it. So I wish I could have brought, I did try my ivy that we planted. We had that ivy in, it was actually my husband's ivy plant. And then when we married, I kind of took over taking care of it, and she was crazy huge. And she was another one in Texas that went crazy. But because this plant was all over the wall, we put ivy out in the garden, and she was climbing up the house and just beautiful. And I did try to bring some with, so we would always have ivy, but she did not survive, unfortunately. But I do have new ivy back behind the Christmas cactus, so I am trying. And then I try to buy a new plant everywhere we live. So this is a plant I got in Texas. I haven't purchased one here. Oh, yes. No. Have I? Oh, yeah. I got this little guy here. This little pink. And so I'm hoping he'll kind of grow big. I just bought one little starter like that, and so we'll see. I like to start with them little and let them just become these amazing, huge plants. But let me quickly show you the money tree. If y'all remember it in my little box in Texas, it sat in the kitchen window. There's my little yarn stash next to the couch. But what happened was some of the plants, when I came here to visit my husband, I brought some plants with me. And then that way I didn't have quite as many for the second trip, the final trip. And that's not true. I brought some, and then when he came to visit me in Texas for New Year's, he brought the rest back with him, I believe. But anyway, So he had the plants for quite a while because I was still in Texas, and he set this plant in the little wooden box in front of a window that had space. See, what I used to do, I had her sitting on a windowsill, and every week when I would check if my plants need water, I have a schedule for feeding and watering my plants. I would turn her one click, basically, to the right. So being up against the glass really stunted her. But he set her in front of a window because she was one I said needed direct sunlight. But because she was sitting down on the floor, it was a window that went down to the floor, she went crazy, just stretched out. So I didn't have the heart to re-stunt her, so I put her in a bigger pot, and she's just gone crazy. And this is what they're meant to do, but the whole, she's part of like the bonsai family, I guess, where they put them in the smaller pots and stunt them. I have cut a couple clippings off of her to see if I can regrow her, but I have not been successful. And my mom took a clipping home as well, and she didn't have success. So, but anyway, so that's my little plant update. But let's go back downstairs because I want to talk a little longer. Y'all know me, I like to ramble on. So I did start painting yesterday, my next two kits. They've only been mottled. I have not baked them yet because I painted until kind of late in the evening, and I bake out in my garage, and it was dark and damp and foggy, and I did not want to be going out there, and that, you know, I don't want to risk getting raindrops or anything on my kits. So the next step will be to bake, but I will be showing works in progress of these babies once they have, you know, something visible on them. But right now they're just lightly modeled and you can't really see too much change. But I will be, every time I see that face, I just grin. But I do want to show them as works in progress. You know, these two babies were both peaceful babies, and so now I'm going to go back to my showing works in progress. So stay tuned for that. And I also have a few videos planned. I want to do, as I said, a video explaining my layaway policy, but I also want to do a video a little more about, not necessarily how to adopt from me, but kind of like when I show works in progress and stuff. So I need to do that. But I also want to do a video about showing some of my favorite tools for reborning. You know, I think it's kind of like many things when you first start. You kind of jump in and feel like you need everything. And I actually kind of took my time. I made a list of things because I think I've said this before. When I decided to do this, we figured up how much I needed to invest so that I could have a great start in terms of being able to have all my supplies on hand before I started painting. So making sure I had the paint and the brushes and the ovens and, you know, all the filling material, etc., etc. So I had studied that. But then there's some other little tiny things that I've just found that I like along the way, some little tools and stuff. So I'm going to be showing those. So I want to make that video in the next couple weeks, those videos in the next couple weeks. But so anyway, I did finish the second book. The first one was Wonder. The second was Augie and Me. Both fabulous, and once again, highly, highly recommended. I was actually kind of sad for it to end because, as I said, Augie and Me is the backstory of 3 of the other characters from Wonder, and I kind of like, I'm like, oh, but keep going. Tell us backstories of more characters. But it's really actually a fascinating concept because so many times when you read a book, there are so many, there are, you know, usually several main characters, and then you have some, you know, not so main characters, and then some very people who just make appearances. And so it was really interesting to hear the backstories, and it was interesting also to see who she chose to tell the backstories of. I kind of wish more authors would do it. I mean, at this point, you know, mainly things are left up to our interpretation and where we go in our mind with different characters. But I do think it was a very, very fascinating concept, and I really enjoyed it. So I did get to, what is today, Saturday? Yesterday was a huge, you know, Friday and Monday are my huge busy days. So yesterday was cleaning and laundry and I did quite a bit of cooking and baking. I like to do that on Monday for the week, and then I like to do it on Friday for the weekend. So during the week, I can focus on other things like, my housework and painting and stuff. And then on the weekend, I can just be lazy. Putting it out there, the truth. I like to be relaxed on the weekends because I do so much during the week. But so by the time I finished all that, and came down here to paint, I did go to my watch later, and I have 134 videos in my watch later. And that was, I didn't add any yesterday or Thursday, maybe even Wednesday. So I kind of went, oh, and I did start, and I watched a handful, and I think there might be a couple left I haven't commented on. I think I commented on a few. But when I finished modeling, I went upstairs and just decided, it's the weekend. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to clean out my watch later and just pick up from now, because that's a whole lot of videos. But then there's so many, I kind of like quickly scrolled through, and I see, Gail's back making videos. I think I've watched one or two of hers, and there's several others that I thought. So I either have to pick and choose or just stay behind like I normally am. So we'll see. Again, I can typically watch more when I'm painting for 8 to 10 hours a day, or 8 to 12 hours, however many I can get in, which I try to do Tuesday through Thursday. I try to paint a lot on those days. And so I may be able to catch up, but I might have to, skip some. But I saw Brenda. Brenda got several new babies. Congratulations. So anyway, I don't think I've commented on those yet. Those, I think, were the last ones I watched. She opened a baby that she adopted from Jen, and then a baby that she adopted from Wendy. So I think those were actually the last two I watched. So I think those are like October, I don't know, 23rd, 24th, somewhere in there. I don't know. I'm way behind. But anyway, so... But I do want to thank everybody who stops by my channel, and for those who've been with me for years, and for those of you who just found me, thank you so very much. I really am appreciative of every single person who stops by my channel. And whether you just leave a thumbs up, or if you take the time to write a comment, every one of you is appreciated. And this being the month of Thanksgiving in America, I want to show you how thankful I am. I really wanted to do a giveaway when I hit 2,000, and I now see I'm over that. And so what I'm going to do, of course, it's here at the end of my video. It will not be in the title. Y'all know how I am. I don't show anything. I typically say I'm going to do a giveaway, and that's what I'm going to do. So this is a giveaway video. I do not want this video shared or told, go watch Kimberly's video, she's having a giveaway. I want the people that actually sit through and listen to me talk, because that lets me know you're a loyal subscriber. And I know I can drone on, and for those of you who do listen to my super long videos, I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. And again, those are the videos I love. I love where people just rattle on. And because there's always something to be said and something to be listened to, and that's what I enjoy. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open for the month, and on the last day of November, I will pull a winner. All I want you to do is in the comment below, use the word thankful in some sentence, and that's how you'll be entered. You must be 18 or over. And I would actually like for you to, I just lost it. The train has left the station, ladies. I tell you what, things come and go so quickly in my brain. Anyway, 18 or over, and use the word thankful down below in a sentence. Don't just write the word thankful and leave. I want you to use thankful in a sentence. And then, if you live out, because of the holidays, money gets a little tight. If you live outside of the USA, I would be willing to pay the shipping up to what it would cost in the US. So if you are outside of the US, I would need you to be willing to help with the shipping. for this giveaway because of it being so close to the holidays. But everybody is welcome to enter as long as you understand that if you're out of the U.S., you will be helping with shipping. And then once I pull the name and I have communicated with the winner, then it usually takes me a week or two to create the prize. So, oh, what's this? A little tag. We gotta tuck that. Oh no, it's on there. What does that say? New arrival. Oh, that's sweet. Sorry, I got a little distracted by a tag. But anyway, and thank you to everybody for your such warm reception of these two babies and for just appreciating the way I work. And you know, I do need to have peaceful babies from time to time, and I do thank everybody for your warm reception of my first hybrid and mixing of kits. I'm so happy it was successful. And Virginia had asked me about if there's an issue, you know, in terms of value and stuff, and I don't really think so. I've known for many years, I've seen many artists mix kits. Now, these two actually happen to be from the same sculptor, and other people have mixed, you know, different sculptors and stuff, and I don't think it's a problem. As I said, the COA will follow the head, so this baby goes home with the twin B COA. So anyway, yeah, so everybody's welcome to enter, 18 and over. Use the word thankful in a sentence down below. Please do not share. Don't run and tell everybody Kimberly's doing a giveaway, because as I said, I want this to be for the people who actually enjoy my channel and don't just come here to, you know, listen to the first 5 minutes and leave, or whatever. Anyway, so that is what I am doing for the month of November. So thank you again, everybody, I decided that might look cute. I wonder if I can iron that it's working on this side. That looks really cute like that. I know, Malachi, you're a boy, and I'm just putting up all this. I'm fixing the ruffle around his Moses basket there. It's white with eyelet, but that doesn't look. Oh, look, he's so sweet. But I got to fix it back here. Anyway, so yeah, so that's my November giveaway as a thank you to all my subscribers, those who have been with me for the last 3+ years, and for those of you who may just found me this week. Everybody's welcome to enter. And I've already stated the rules. The rules, nothing will be down in the description below, because, like I said, I don't want everybody knowing it's a giveaway. So, and I appreciate the respect I've always gotten for having hidden giveaways. So, thank you so very much, and do have a blessed rest of your weekend. I am just going to chill out. I will get back to painting in the week, so probably at some point during the week I will be showing some works in progress. And anyway, have a very, very blessed rest of your weekend, and remember to find your joy in everything you do. Hugs and love from us at Kimberly's Cocoon. And let me have the babies who are here waiting to go home blow kisses to their mommies. There's a kiss from Cammie to her mommy. She's such a snuggly bug. And here's a little kiss from twin Levi to his mommy. Let me come down here. This little one here, Maisie girl, sends a kiss to her mommy. And Miss Anastasia sends a kiss to her mommy. And Mickey girl sends a kiss to her mommy. I only have one boy on layaway. This little man here, and the rest are girls. All right, everybody, have a blessed weekend. And again, thank you so very much. Bye-bye.